Hey guys, welcome back to the channel, and you're in the place to be if you love all things magical, mystical, and mysterious. Today's video topic is all about the lunar phases and the magics that you can do during these different types of phases throughout the lunar month. I'm super excited about these. If you guys end up liking it, let me know in the comments below, and I will maybe do some more on rituals to do during that time of the month and actually do the ritual for you guys and give you guys ideas in that sense. Also, I'm really excited. There is a solar eclipse coming tomorrow, the 21st, depending on where you are in the world, the 20th or the 21st of June 2020. There will be a solar eclipse over Canada, as well as July 4th. There is going to be a full lunar eclipse, and I cannot be more excited. It's going to be in Sagittarius. I'm super excited, a very healing sign to be under, and without further ado, let's get into this video. Now, the very first phase of the moon is the new moon. Now, the new moon is very separate from the dark moon, and I'll go over that at the very end, and I'll kind of tell you guys why. But the new moon is almost entirely dark except for this tiny little sliver of light that you can see. Now, the new moon is best meant for new beginnings, of course. It's a new cycle to the entire moon's phase. So anything to start new job, new relationship, new habit that you want to build, that's the best thing to do during this time of the moon. It is absolutely ideal for transformational magic and transitional magic. Things like road opener work, clearing blockages, and finding new opportunities for yourself are all excellent things to do during this time of the month. The next phase we're going to go over is the waxing moon, and this is an excellent moon to go and do anything that has to do with amplification. This is a time of building, of growing, of becoming more. So this is a perfect time for abundance spells and financial abundance spells and fertility and creativity spells. The next phase is the Big Daddy. It is the full moon. This is said to be the culmination of all the phases, and many practitioners believe that you can do any types of magic during this time of the month. If you practice days of the week, I'll get into that later on in a different video, but if you practice days of the week as well as moon phases, Monday is your moon day. So if you miss the full moon, you can definitely do any type of full moon rituals on a Monday. So keep an eye out for that. If you guys are interested in that video, give this video a like and tell me down below with either a moon emoji or I want days of the week and moon phases, and I'll do that video for you guys. Full moons are for reaping the rewards that you have planted in the earlier phases of the moon. They are about pulling in your rewards that you've worked so hard for and celebrating them and taking them into yourself. It is about prosperity and tying off any types of loose ends. So if any type of rituals that you've not done or any type of business that you have yet to finish, applying for a job or finishing a chapter in the book that you've been writing for a year, whatever it is, if that's something that you're working towards coming into you, finish off the loose ends and then work on it. What it does is it helps to round out the energy around you, helping to bring in your manifestation that much quicker. Full moon is actually excellent for having your wedding or for marriages to be officiated. It is actually believed so deeply that it's very traditional to have your wedding on a full moon because the energies are so high and abundance and prosperity and fertility are so high. So it's very likely to have your wedding on a full moon because of this. And I definitely, when I plan to get married, I'm getting married on a full moon. No doubt about it. Because of this heightened energy, working on any type of divination is excellent for this. Working on your third eye chakra, any type of psychic energy or intuition is a perfect time for this type of work. It is also a perfect time for meditation and also looking forward to the darker phases of the moon that we are going to soon be entering and planning ahead for those. The next phase is the waning moon. The waning moon is all about breaking bad habits. If you have a habit of eating poorly, or you want to start on a new workout routine, or you want to stop second guessing yourself when you speak, or whatever it may be. If you have a bad habit you want to break, this is the phase of the moon for you. It is all about breaking ties, breaking bonds, cutting out that toxic friend of yours. Bye Felicia, we don't have time for you. That's the energy of this phase of the moon. It's all about breaking the negativity in your life so that you can bring in the positive in the following moon phases. Anything that's holding you back, anything toxic like that at all, toss it out. This is the time of the month to get rid of it. It's about clearing space and getting ready to make room for the positive. And the final moon phase of the moon's phases is the dark moon. Now the dark moon is very separate from the new moon. It is actually, a lot of people believe it to be the same thing, but it's really very different in magic workings and in the magical community. And it's a completely different phase in itself, where the dark moon is actually in itself. It's dark. There is no silver stream of light around it. There is nothing. It is a dark blob. It's a mass in the sky. It's dark. You cannot see it. It's those 3 days out of the month that you cannot see anything in the sky. There is no moon. It's still there, but you cannot see it. A lot of practitioners think that this is the time of the month to avoid any type of workings at all costs. And for myself personally, I don't find it that way. This is actually a really perfect time to do any type of workings where you don't want the person to sense that you're doing that working. That's the working that you should be doing at this time. Anything like cleansings, banishings, curses, hexes, jinxes, crosses, anything like that, that is the time for you to do those types of workings, so the person's not able to as easily sense that you are doing that working on them. And I believe this is something that is valid because you are cloaked in the darkness of the moon. It is not easy for the person to really sense you. A lot of people believe that psychic abilities are also tied to the moon and are its power to us. So when that power is cloaked and covered, it's shrouded, you're not as able to connect to your psychic abilities. You're not as able to be as intuitive. You are, in a sense, your eyes are blindfolded and you're able to better get that working out into the universe and have it starting to get its grips on the person before they really have an idea of what's happening. And last but not least, I know it's not a moon phase, but it's having to do with the solar energy and magic side of this video, and I definitely just didn't want to throw out a video all about solar eclipses and lunar eclipses on their own, just because it's such a small topic and it's a really hard thing for me to find online of any type of workings that I can link to anything for you guys. So these are just some of my personal experiences and some tidbits that I could find throughout the internet that could be helpful for you guys. If you guys find anything else on eclipses, definitely let us know in the comments below. We like to help each other out around here to grow as a witch or a practitioner. So definitely let us know in the comments box below. But going further into the solar eclipses and lunar eclipse. Now before I started this video, I should have prefaced that these are what we call SBATs. They're different than the Sabbats. Sabbats are defined as the different holidays celebrated throughout the year that follow the wheel of the year. The Sabbats, however, are not what we're talking about. The SBATs are what celebrate the moon phases throughout the month, going on through the month, and they just repeat themselves over and over. So it has to do with the phases of the moon throughout the month and the celebrations that you personally celebrate with those moon phases, if you choose to do so, and any type of solar event that happens, and any type of natural phenomenon or solar event that may happen. A little factoid: lunar eclipses only happen during a full moon, and solar eclipses only happen during a new moon, which is really kind of interesting and something that I'm probably going to ponder on for several weeks going forward. But those are the things that you can kind of like keep in the back of your mind. If you know that a new moon's coming, you may want to check if an eclipse is coming within that time frame, if you're curious, if you've not had one for a while. For a lunar eclipse, you have an entire month's combination of power and energy in your hands to work with in a matter of minutes to maybe an hour. So you can pretty much do a whole month's worth of working in one ritual. So it's super powerful, and if you're able to make any type of potion or oil or water to work in your workings going forward, it's super powerful for you to be able to continue on that powerful energy working into other workings, to bring that excessive energy into your workings going a little further. That's why I like to use my moon oil. Anytime there's a full moon or anytime there's an eclipse, I like to make a moon oil, a big batch of it, so that I'm able to use it going on forward into my workings. When it comes to a solar eclipse, you actually have a full year's worth of energy, the beginning of the year to the end of the year worth of energy that you can work into your workings that can bring things into your life or into your manifestations. So a solar eclipse is super powerful, and I don't understand why people don't utilize it a little bit more in their practice. As opposed to having a lunar eclipse, you can have a whole year's worth of manifestations happen almost like that for you if you do the right steps and you do the right preparations. What do you guys think? Do you guys use the moon phases at all in any type of your practice, in witchcraft or in any type of pagan lifestyle? I would love to know. Comment down below if you use the moon phases, and I hope you guys have a wonderful, beautiful eclipse coming up tomorrow on the 21st. And I hope you guys also take part in the upcoming lunar eclipse that is going to be happening very, very soon on July 4th. And that is going to be a massive working for a lot of people, and I hope you guys are able to utilize it. And if you guys want, I can definitely do a video on the ritual that I'm going to do. I could do it a few days prior for you and act it out for you, and possibly give you a few ideas on how to do it. Maybe I'll show you guys me prepping my oils that I would do for the moon eclipse. And with that, I hope you guys stay spooky and stay witchy, and I will see you guys in my next video.